Thank you for all the comments and messages about my last video about the 3 best stretches for back pain. And thank you to everyone who shared that video as well. There are a lot of you out there dealing with back pain, and I'm so glad to hear that that video provided relief for so many of you. And don't worry if you missed that video. I've provided a link so you can go back and watch it. And if you're not experiencing back pain yet, it's only a matter of time until you do, unless you follow along with what we talk about in this video. I was just 15 years old when I started experiencing back problems, and it threatened to stop my career before it even began. Suck it up and deal with it was a common phrase in the golf community. So that's exactly what I did. I would pop a few ibuprofen, go play, and be out of commission the next day, unless of course I got lucky. And this went on for over 6 years, until someone showed me a stretch that instantly relieved my back pain. And I shared that exact stretch with you in my last video, so if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to go back and watch it. See, I had no idea that I had poor mobility, and even less of a clue that my poor mobility was causing my back pain. I had been studying the golf swing for years, tinkering with new ways to swing the club in hopes of providing relief, but nothing worked until I improved my mobility. After that one stretch instantly relieved my back pain, I knew there was more to playing great golf than simply having a technically sound swing, and I dedicated the next 5 years of my life to discovering the answer. I worked with some of the best athletes in the world, studying what made them successful and building mobility programs to make them even better. And when I invited my golf students into those mobility sessions, they experienced these noticeable improvements both on and off the course that would last sometimes days or even weeks later. They were hitting the ball farther, they were hitting it straighter, more consistently, and able to score lower because of it, all without making any technical changes to their swing. Through years of testing and feedback, I crafted a methodology that led to longer drives and lower scores. I call it the Mobilitas Method. And in this video, I want to share with you exactly what it is, why it works, and how you can use it to play the best golf of your life. I believe when you can move better, you will play better. First up is performance. It starts with having clearly defined goals when it comes to your performance. What do you want to shoot and what's holding you back? And what I discovered over the years is that some people got better quickly and others took much longer to improve. Even if they had the same issue and they were given the same drills, not everyone would improve at the same rate. And that's because not everyone was super athletic. Sure, some players who were natural athletes could pick up changes quickly, but others who weren't as athletically gifted or who got a later start in life didn't have the motor control to change their swing. I discovered that by focusing on their fitness, by building and conditioning the movement patterns and filling in the missing gaps, they would naturally see massive improvements in their game. But even then, not everyone saw the same degree of results. And while everyone was getting better, some got better more quickly than others. And that's because, like me, not everyone had the best mobility, and they couldn't all move with proper range of motion. Those who had good range of motion had no problems making those changes to their swings, but the people with poor mobility were limited in the way they could move. They could get it into a groove on the range, but really they struggled to bring their game onto the course. So as soon as we started addressing their mobility problems, however, it was like these floodgates opened, and the result was a steady stream of great shot after great shot. At this point, I was really excited because everyone I worked with was getting better really quickly. They were hitting the ball farther, straighter, more consistently, scoring lower, and feeling better too. Because of everyone's great success, I had a lot of clients who continued to work with me for a long period of time, and I got to see how this new Mobilitas method worked in the long run. It worked in the short term, a few weeks or a few months, but what about a year or two? And what it allowed me to realize is that my students that saw the best success were the ones who had the best pillars of wellness: nutrition, hydration, recovery. Those who ate well felt nourished and healthy. Those who stayed hydrated kept better focus in the sun or could push harder in their workouts. And those who slept well had a ton of energy and optimism. And once I made this realization, I couldn't help but incorporate wellness trainings into my programs. And sure enough, everyone got better results. But even then, despite the success of so many, despite the proof that accumulated over nearly a decade of testing and refining, not everyone was willing to put in the work. And I realized that most people don't want to do what it takes to truly improve. They'd rather buy new clubs or seek out the latest hot tip on the internet. They'd look for a quick band-aid fix but never seem to practice. They struggle to make those changes to their diet or to get enough sleep. And they think going for a monthly massage or seeing the chiropractor is going to solve their mobility programs. And of course, they kept a handy list of excuses ready every time something went wrong. Most people, that is, but not all people. Because for every 100 people who make excuses, there's one that holds themselves accountable, who uses their shortcomings to fuel action, who wake up each day striving to be better. The difference between the 99% and the 1% is mindset. And what I discovered is that while some people naturally have better mindsets than others, the real problem is that people with poor mindset don't realize they have the power to shift the conversation in their mind at all times. So I started incorporating mindset training into my programs, and that's when everything changed. There were always that 1% who were ready and willing to put in the time to do the work to accomplish the goals they told me they wanted to achieve. And those people are always awesome to work with. But now, the 99% who just wanted a quick fix, easy short-term fix, and now they were passionately driven to becoming better. And the thing that changed was their mindset. Making decisions on how to change their diets, how much they sleep, or stretching in the morning, and working on their mobility, exercising, practicing, playing with focus and purpose. It was no longer work for them. It was simply a habit. And in my next video, I'm going to introduce you to some of my clients who radically changed their games from the inside out using the Mobilitas method and started playing the best golf of their lives. And I'll show you exactly how they were able to do it. Now, if you found this video helpful, please consider sharing it with someone in your life who you think would also benefit from watching it. Or better yet, share with them this video and the last one so that they can get caught up and see the full picture. Oh, and last thing before I go, I'd love to hear what adding 20 yards to your drive or finally being able to break through that scoring plateau would mean for you. Scroll down and leave a comment or click reply and let me know. As always, move better, play better.